8 words. That's all you need to unlock every piece of information in Spanish. Where something is, who someone is, why something happened, how much something costs. Every question you'll ever ask uses one of these 8 words. Master them, and you can navigate any conversation, any situation, any country where Spanish is spoken. Let's start with the most versatile one, ¿qué? This means what, and you'll use it constantly. ¿Qué quieres? What do you want? ¿Qué es esto? What is this? ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Notice something important here. ¿Qué has an accent mark over the E. This accent appears on all Spanish question words when they're actually asking a question. It's not decoration. It tells you this word is doing interrogative work. Now, here's where English speakers get confused. Spanish has another word that looks almost identical, cuál. Both qué and cuál can translate to what in English, but they do different jobs. Qué asks about definitions, identities, or explanations. Cuál asks about selection from options. Think of it this way. If you're asking someone to define or explain something, use qué. ¿Qué es el amor? What is love? You're asking for a definition. But if you're asking someone to pick or choose, use cuál. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? Which is your favorite color? You're asking them to select from all the colors that exist. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? What is your name? Wait, why cuál here? Because your name is a selection. Out of all possible names, which one is yours? This distinction doesn't exist in English, which is why it feels strange at first. But once you see the pattern, it becomes natural. Definition or explanation, use qué. Selection or choice, use cuál. Next is quién, meaning who. ¿Quién es ella? Who is she? ¿Quién llamó? Who called? When you're asking about multiple people, it becomes quiénes with an es at the end. ¿Quiénes son tus amigos? Who are your friends? This is the only question word that changes for plural. ¿Dónde means where, and it's beautifully straightforward. ¿Dónde está el parque? Where is the park? ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? ¿Dónde compraste eso? Where did you buy that? You can also combine dónde with prepositions for more specific meanings. ¿A dónde means to where and asks about destination. ¿A dónde vas? Where are you going to? ¿De dónde means from where and asks about origin. ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? These combinations follow logical patterns. You're just adding the same prepositions you'd use in any other context. Cuándo answers the question of time, when. ¿Cuándo llegaste? When did you arrive? ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? When is your birthday? ¿Cuándo empieza la película? When does the movie start? Straightforward, no tricks. Cómo means how and handles 2 main jobs. First, it asks about manner or method. ¿Cómo se hace esto? How do you do this? ¿Cómo llegaste a casa? How did you get home? Second, it asks about condition or state. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? ¿Cómo está tu madre? How is your mother? ¿Cómo estuvo el viaje? How was the trip? You'll also hear cómo used when someone didn't hear you clearly. ¿Cómo? It's like saying what or pardon in English. ¿Por qué is 2 words meaning why. ¿Por qué estudias español? Why do you study Spanish? ¿Por qué no viniste? Why didn't you come? Now, pay attention to this. The answer to ¿por qué uses ¿por qué, written as one word with no accent. ¿Por qué llegaste tarde? Why did you arrive late? Porque había tráfico. because there was traffic. Question form, 2 words with accent. Answer form, 1 word without accent. This trips up even intermediate learners, so get it right from the start. Finally, cuánto asks about quantity, how much or how many. This word changes based on what you're asking about. Cuánto, for masculine singular. Cuánto cuesta, how much does it cost? Cuánto tiempo, how much time? Cuánta, for feminine singular. Cuánta agua, how much water? Cuántos, for masculine plural. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How old are you? Literally, how many years do you have? ¿Cuántas, for feminine plural. ¿Cuántas personas hay? How many people are there? The ending matches the gender and number of the noun that follows. Now let's see how these work together in real situations. You walk into a restaurant. ¿Dónde está el baño? Where's the bathroom? ¿Cuánto cuesta el plato del día? How much is the daily special? ¿Qué ingredientes tiene? What ingredients does it have? You're meeting someone new. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? Literally, how do you call yourself? ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from? ¿A qué te dedicas? What do you do for work? You're trying to solve a problem. ¿Qué pasó? What happened? ¿Por qué no funciona? Why doesn't it work? ¿Quién puede ayudarme? Who can help me? ¿Cuándo estará listo? When will it be ready? Every conversation you'll ever have in Spanish draws from this same small set. The words never change. ¿Qué? ¿Cuál? ¿Quién? ¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cómo? ¿Por qué? ¿Cuánto? 8 words that open every door. The accent marks matter. The gender endings on cuánto matter. The distinction between qué and cuál matters. But the system itself is remarkably simple. 1 word for what and definitions, 1 for which and selection, 1 for who, 1 for where, 1 for when, 1 for how, 1 for why, 1 for how much. Everything else is just applying these 8 tools to whatever you need to know. Start noticing these words everywhere, in songs, in shows, in conversations. Every question you hear will use one of them. That's all for today. Just a heads up, there are over 200 lessons planned so far for this channel. We want to make this the best grammar resource out there, so make sure to subscribe.